The Court of Arbitration for Sport has cleared the way for Russian and Belarusian skiers to compete in the 2026 Winter Olympics, overturning a ban imposed by the international skiing body. CAS, recognized as the world's top sports court, confirmed that athletes from both countries who meet the International Olympic Committee's individual neutral athletes eligibility criteria should be allowed to participate in qualification events organized by the International Ski and Snowboard Federation. Russia welcomed the ruling as a significant victory and pointed to other decisions that could allow its bobsleigh and luge athletes to take part in the Winter Games in Milan-Cortina. Sports Minister Mikhail Degtyarev emphasized that this marks the third court decision in favor of Russia in Winter Olympic sports, signaling a potential shift after years of restrictions. The FIS had announced in October that athletes from Russia and Belarus would be banned from competing in its Olympic qualification events. Competitors from both nations had already been excluded from FIS competitions since Moscow's invasion of Ukraine in 2022. Despite this, they had hoped to participate under a neutral banner in Milan-Cortina, which runs from February 6 to 22. The IOC had previously stated that athletes from Russia and Belarus could compete under strict conditions. They must participate only in individual events, compete under a neutral flag, and prove that they have no active ties to the military or support for the war in Ukraine. Similar rules applied during the Paris Summer Olympics, where 15 Russians and 17 Belarusians competed, collectively winning 5 medals. They were barred from the opening ceremony, and their achievements were not counted in the official medal table. The ruling is a major boost for Russia's cross-country skiing team, which had claimed almost a third of all cross-country medals during the 2022 Beijing Games, including 4 golds. FIS's previous ban mirrored similar restrictions by the governing bodies of biathlon and luge, though ice skating authorities had allowed their athletes to try to qualify. CAS upheld 2 appeals from the Russian and Belarusian skiing federations, citing FIS statutes that protect athletes from discrimination and mandate political neutrality. This decision also opens doors for Paralympic participation. The International Paralympic Committee had partially lifted suspensions on Russian and Belarusian athletes, allowing them to compete under their national flags at the Milan-Cortina Paralympic Games, though few are expected to qualify. For Russia, the ruling represents a slow return to the international stage after being barred due to a state-sponsored doping scandal and later for its invasion of Ukraine. Belarus faced sanctions for aiding Russia's military operations. Recently, some sports governing bodies have begun easing restrictions. Last week, Russia's Judo Federation celebrated a historic move by the IJF to allow its athletes to compete under their national flag, a decision criticized by Ukraine's Judo Federation as contrary to the principles of peace and justice.